Well, dear our Mike, we got my bro Lou Takes for the react to this Katt Williams video. Got anything to say?
Nah, we just been hearing a lot of stuff about Katt Williams and him exposing, Hollywood and a lot of black comedians that we, used to look up to and thought was really funny. But yeah, we're gonna get into it.
Yeah.
Different reasons. Some for stealing jokes, others for claiming accolades that they never had. And the interview went viral. So some people had some things to say. A lot of the people who were named had some responses on the whole stealing jokes allegation. A lot of people are really shocked to hear that Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer stole jokes. I can tell you they absolutely did. You can watch the videos themselves. They stole those jokes.
The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had.
Halloween was a trip. Halloween, we couldn't afford no Halloween costumes. Hey, kids, please. Mama sent us down to the liquor store, put boxes on us. We didn't know what we were.
I don't know what we are. I don't know. She didn't tell her. I think we UPS, I guess. I don't know. You've heard me say that every Halloween I had the same outfit on. Every year. I just had a brown box. I wasn't nothing sad. I asked my father, could I have a new outfit? And he said, no, just wear the same one. And it was just a brown box. And he just told me to tell everybody I was a UPS man.
Cedric doesn't write. I'm sorry.
Entirely too high. That's all I'm saying. You are not supposed to be at the gas station making life decisions. You just at the pump. Just, Negro, did I eat today? I can't get no half a tank. I got 6 cigarettes. I can't even do it. That used to be, if you had $10, $15, you could go to the gas station with confidence because you knew you was either going to be full or damn near full. If you had a 20, you ain't even talk to the person at the counter. You just 20 on 11, bitch. Used to be, if you put $15 in your tank, you had time to bond with your vehicle. You had time to put the nozzle in and set the clicker and look through your car and clean off the dashboard and look through your CDs and run in the store and get some Pringles and a Snapper, and it'll still be pumping. Now, if you put $15 in, you can't even turn around good for that son of a bitch.
Not lying.
As soon as you put it in, just click, click.
Gas $4 a gallon. Can't even pump gas like you used to no more. $4 a gallon? You remember when you used to go to pump and put the nozzle in there and hit it? Be sitting there talking, be on your phone. Hey, what's happening? Be walking around, cleaning the windshield. Speaking to hey girl, what's happening? What you doing? Hey, you. Hey, dog, hey, you go in there, bring me a wine cooler. Bring me a cooler, dog. Not no.
Hey, that's a little crazy though. That's a little crazy. I feel like for Steve Harvey, it's still a joke from Katt Williams. Who you feel like better though as a comedian as it goes in history?
I never thought Steve Harvey was that funny, to be honest. Because we were too young. We were like I was like 1 or 2 when the Kings of Comedy came out.
Yeah.
And he, out of the 4, he was either 3 or 4. It was either shout out to DL Hughley. He's a good dude. He's not a bad person like Steve, like the stories we've been hearing about Steve.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he's not a comedian. He's not. Katt is more legendary. What people don't understand is why stealing jokes is so bad. And I was watching this podcast of a dude. It's a funny podcast, but it's an up and coming comedian, and he was telling like the steps to get a good joke. You have to go to like open mics.
Yeah,
form the joke behind the counter, behind closed doors, in front of your family, everything like that, in front of other comedians, and people were saying, and sometimes it takes years to form a joke.
Yeah.
And so when Katt Williams is performing it like on, Comic View and all that, it's close to the end, like of the last time we're gonna hear like that joke. So it's because this is the joke at his final product. It's not the same as stealing a song because you're just stealing
Yeah. So a few
I
words.
mean, you still in a few words. I mean, so people still get mad about that. But when you steal a joke, that's just like, you writing a paper for school and you don't have a paper, so you just literally Googled a paper and you change some words. So
Yeah.
it's that lazy. So he's a lazy comic.
Yeah. Let's get right back into it.
No more. And there ain't nothing going on at that pump except you and that pump. Your ass is looking at that pump.
Like he just changed it up a little bit, like
Just a little few minor details though.
yeah. And then it shows you like he was bold enough to steal from Cat, and Cat was big.
4401.
Had your car radio up so loud that you couldn't hear the damn thing when it cut off. It looked like this. You flossing in a 6-shift convertible.
He did have some legendary skits though.
Bro, Cat got it all. He got the one punch liners, the performative comedy. Look at him pushing the car. He pushing the car, got in it while it was rolling.
Yeah.
They gonna move to the moon.
Yeah, I remember this
Ain't
joke.
gonna happen.
This was his last joke.
Y'all move to the moon, damn it, we coming to the moon. Oh, we'll be right behind y'all in space shuttles with Cadillac grills. Nigga just rolling, one headlight out. Tags be all wrong. All base.
They really just stole the joke and add their own flavor on it though.
They just tweaked it a tad bit, which is crazy.
We had drive a space shuttle. We grew up driving long cars. We had drive a space shuttle like it's a 72 deuce and a quarter. We get us a cigarette. We be in a space shuttle like it's a 72 deuce. We get
Yeah, he stole those jokes.
Yeah.
They both stole those jokes.
Yeah,
So like, how do you know?
So I remember that joke. That was his last joke. And your last joke is supposed to be your best one because you're supposed to end on a good note.
Right. A
And
memorable one.
I remember it was like he told about 8 jokes. 4 of them were duds, and that was one of the ones that was not a dud. So it makes it look worse. It did tarnish, in my eyes, it tarnished Sid's stand-up reputation for sure. All these comics, oh my god, like you stole it that blatant, man.
Yeah, but like,
Thank goodness for social media, because
how do you steal a joke and not like? How do you steal a joke? Literally, like, and tweak it properly.
it's because they be so busy, so they don't have time to actually put in the work and write a joke. So, they be doing movies and everything, so
Yeah,
and they have people that write for them, so it's the writer still in it. But you still you still didn't have the morals to like, I shouldn't do this,
right.
or ask where it came from.
True.
Listen, joke stealing is interesting because some people don't feel like it's a big deal. And yet, if one artist stole a song from another artist, you would think it's always right for the artist to pursue them in court. But I can't call somebody out for stealing my work. If you don't know the process of making a joke, especially when it's your, and it's still any joke. According to Katt's own words, this is one of his best jokes, one of the jokes he closed with. And you close on your best joke because you want people to leave the show on the highest.
Yeah, that's what I see.
That's what they stole. making that joke is a lengthy process that can sometimes take years.
Mhm.
And you take an idea, you go out, you perform it, it bombs,
Hold on,
it
see,
doesn't work well, it's clunky as fuck.
and the dude from the podcast, he was saying like when people go to open mics,
Yeah,
you go in there with a bunch of jokes and like, bro, you be hitting and missing. So
that's
I
the
can
point of open mic though.
open mics and everything like, and so if the crowd love it, you may need to change the length of it, how you set up the one liners, everything. So
Yeah, the punchline,
yeah, so
the story, everything.
But you got to live through those awkward moments with those audience until you get to the point where it's this finalized product. So you go through all the ups and downs. You have other comedians watching you improve. Like I know and memorize the acts of most of the comics I know because I see them so often and I see the progress. So you get happy watching them improve and you get to talk with them backstage. And sometimes they offer you little tidbits. They're like, yo, you missed that. Well, last time you performed it differently. So you go through that whole ups and downs. And then you get to the point where it's ready for you to tour and do that stuff. And now you're proud because it's killing in front of crowds and they're loving it, right? In that 1 hour that you spent with the crowd, that 5 minutes that everyone's losing it on, right? You spent years crafting. And then someone comes along, sees your shit, and then think they just because they tittle with it a little bit or change the premise enough that they can get away with stealing it. Of course, it's going to burn you up because you strive for that, and now they taking the credit. Artists who seems stolen want that same kind of recourse. Now, does this mean that Cedric the Entertainer and Steve Harvey aren't great entertainers? No, that's not what that means. Some people are great performers. Yeah, they're just good at performing other people's bits. All right, and they're not the first, they're not the last. And also, keep it a stack with you. People from that era stole a lot of jokes with other people.
Yeah, like you said, people from there stole a lot of jokes. I feel like that just goes back to the point of like social media, like how this generation is different. Like social media really can't perform those jokes really too many times.
yeah, you can't do no songs without somebody finding it. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah,
so we about like, hold on, if it ain't original, at least I mean, we gonna call you out on it, and then we gonna need an explanation on why it wasn't original. Because you just bro, it's lazy. It's very lazy.
We might have stolen from. And those bits sound crazy similar.
That I can answer that question is by telling the Abomination story. It's a true story. See,
Yeah, you remember that? Yeah, you remember this
and
though?
they had this
Yeah.
man who worked for them occasionally named Abomination. Now, he did various small jobs for them on and off for about
is
a
it
week.
sad?
One night he just
Yep,
finished
it's sad.
bartending the party, and the lady of the house realized that she didn't have any money. So she said to him, Abominations, I want to write you a check, but I don't know how to spell Abomination. And he said, well, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. See, when I came to work for you, I told you my name, and then I said, but you can call me by my initials.
Everybody around here call me Abomination. It's fine. You call me that. Don't even worry about it. Everybody call me Abomination. I'm like, all right. So all week long, my ass talking about Abomination. What up, boy? Hey, Abomination, run to the store, grab some beer, come on back. My cousin said, what you calling him? Abomination. He said, everybody call him Abominations. It's all right for me to call him that. Like, nah, man, it ain't CJ. He's saying you could call me by my initials. That's what he's saying.
Remember that special? That special, he had like 16 and he had like 10 duds. And that was the only one of the only good ones.
Yeah.
I remember that one. I wasn't laughing as much, but I laughed at that joke. And to find out that was stolen, it just makes it even look even worse.
Right, but that like, how do you go back in history and like rejudge these jokes though? Because like he a king of comedy and like, you know what I'm saying, he top comic, but like these are the jokes that made him the top comic. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like saying like Steph Curry the best 3-point shooter ever, but like what are some of those 3-pointers were like copied and fake? But like, how do you copy a 3-pointer? I don't know.
No, it's because certain art is a pride to it. like rap music. Like when we find out a rapper don't write his own music, we don't
Yeah.
take his music the same. In comedy, if you don't write your own, like writing your jokes make your whole personality, your whole, because
Yeah.
we tag certain jokes to you. Like Cat Williams is one of my favorite, probably my favorite living. I still remember the tink tink joke.
Yeah. Paul Little Tink Tink.
Like that's his joke, you know. Like,
Right. It gives them personality. It gives them identity.
yeah, it's like it's the comedian, and then like we know your signature jokes,
Yeah.
like Bernie Mac,
Signature.
milk and cookies. That's his.
Yeah. Right.
Like, so when I found out, said your Abominations is got an abstract, it's stolen from you, stole it from a sitcom. This is crazy.
Yeah. It's kind of like an asterisk, like kind of like LeBron championship, the COVID.
Yeah,
Like got an asterisk by it.
he got a fat abstract by his. So it's just, well, not the LeBron. I'm talking about like
Yeah.
said all these
Right.
jokes. It's like damn, dude. Like so. It's not. There's no longer hate from Cat anymore. It's like, is your whole career a lie?
Yeah, exactly. You
Did
gotta
you
go
write anything?
with it.
And then like that's what Cat was getting mad at. Like, and y'all talking about, no, I'm not even a comic no more. I'm a movie star. Yeah,
Yeah.
this fake comic stage. You propelled yourself to new heights, and now you claim you ain't gotta do comedy no more. No, you were. It sounded like you weren't good to begin with.
Skate by.
And all you can do is recite.
Yeah.
Somebody hand you a script.
Like a poem.
Yeah.
It's not because two jokes sound similar that's inherently stealing. Everything is contextual. Okay. Well, are you guys running in the same circles? Okay. How similar is a bit? Okay. Is it just topical? Meaning when the Juicy Smollett stuff happened, a lot of people ended up writing the same jokes. People who never met each other on different continents. How did that happen? Because enough people looking at the same problem, enough people are going to come up with the same ideas when it comes to the solutions and things like that. Same thing for jokes. When a lot of people are covering the same topic, but then you have to look at, okay, well, how similar are they? And if you look at Katt's bit, it's a very physical bit. He's doing motions. He's doing physical stuff. When you're replicating a lot of the same physical gestures, then I'm starting to look at you like, okay. When you're using a lot of the exact same words, then I'm looking at you like, okay. You've seen that bit before.
I think we UPS, I guess. I don't know.
And he just told me to tell everybody I was a UPS man.
As a matter of fact, it kind of happened to you, but it was not stealing. I remember that you did a joke about, we made a video about abortion, and we made a video about abortion. It was like we had like 30,000 subscribers on this channel. We made a video about abortion and how you asked the question. You're like, I just want to ask a question. And you said, if it's her body, her choice, shouldn't it be my money, my money? We filmed that. We cackle about it. We post that video. The video goes out. A couple of weeks after that, Dave Chappelle's special come out. And
he
had the same.
Someone DM'd me, but someone DM'd me is like, "Yo, Dave stole your joke." I'm like,
"No,
it's
impossible."
Hey, Dave Chappelle stole his joke.
You're not ready. And I'm gonna tell you that because of to create a special, the jokes that you have on that special, the time frame that it takes for you to build that joke, for it to be ready for that special 2 months after you release that video. It's crazy. That did not happen. But the similarity is possible. And that was for one line. Motherfucker, the whole bit?
No, he stole that shit. He stole that shit from Mike Curry. That's 100% theft. And like, I know the difference. Like, when I'm in Montreal and some other random comic in Los Angeles is doing a similar bit, I've never published myself online, and we have the same bit, I'm not going to think he stole it, right? But when you're a famous person like Katt, you run the exact same circles as these dudes. They see each other in clubs. They watch each other on television. They stealing each other's shit. Yes, you can't get away with that kind of stuff. That's crazy. And here's the thing. Forget television. Before Steve even puts that shit up online, he has to be performing that shit in clubs. Somebody would have told him, yo, that's Katt's bit. There's no way you get away with that. Running that through a bunch of comedy clubs without him finding out. There's just no way. So, do I think these people? Absolutely. And also,
you see how
here's another thing. Once you
personalized
get to
like
that
bits
kind of level
be?
of fame,
Yeah.
all right, these cats,
It's like rap
they don't
lyrics,
like
man.
their own jokes. They don't even really do stand-up like that.
No.
People think because they were great in their young years, now they're doing all these movies, they're still great. No, they got writers, they got people who handle this stuff for them. That's how Kevin Hart got nabbed one time, is because he has people who write for him. The problem is, where are these guys getting their jokes from? Well, they go to clubs sometimes and they just pilfering from people.
Yeah.
Yep. That's facts. That's facts. And why a lot of these big names don't like talking about it is because they don't want to cause conflict because it affects TV deals, it affects brand deals, it's negative publicity. But a lot of this stuff happens all the time. Internet business has got a lot of weird and shady people with weird practices. And because of personal relationships, a lot of people don't like saying nothing. So even big comedians who know this to be true will not say stuff because they don't want to anger Kevin Hart or align themselves with Katt or whatever it is. But these things happen all the time. All the time.
As a matter of fact, that's why when
people don't like the idea that people are fighting, arguing about this. They don't like the Katt exposed.
Go to the
actual
actual interview.
people don't like the idea.
You should go to the EU.
Go to the interview. The Shannon Sharp, Shay Shay.
Right here.
Yeah.
This is the other side of Kirk Franklin prank. This is the reckoning.
Scoop those weed.
Scoop back on. Yeah, like right there.
Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never.
Yeah, did you hear about that? Like, remember when Soul Plane came out? Apparently, that was when like people actually knew about Kevin Hart, which is weird.
People knew about Kevin Hart. What you mean?
Like he had, Soul Plane, right?
Right, the one with Snoop Dogg, right?
Yeah, and Kevin Hart didn't come famous until like I was in middle school. Well, he didn't like reach the masses like us, like as a comedian, until he dropped what was that special? All right. You know what I'm saying? I forgot the name of the special. You gonna learn today?
You gonna learn today?
That came out after Soul Plane, and he had the lead role in Soul Plane. And apparently he had a sitcom too.
You talking about the one on BET?
Not Real Husbands of Hollywood. He had another sitcom before.
Oh, I didn't know about the one before the.
But he had all of this before everyone's like really knew him as a comic, which is fishy. And that's what Katt is talking about. Like, how did you?
Impossible.
Yeah, that's impossible. And he was saying like nobody has done it since. Because Kevin Hart from Philly, he's an Eagles fan with his little lame man. But and he already had stuff lined up in Hollywood. Either you got some hell of a contacts or some is fishy.
But he said that's why he was saying the point about a gatekeeper.
Ever heard of that before that person or since that person? What do you think a plant is?
Yeah, that is
maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words. He just did his documentary with.
And another thing, I'm not gonna call myself a Kevin Hart fan, but one thing about Kevin Hart specials that I noticed, they don't have no replay value. Like the jokes are not funny the second time.
Yeah, it's a microwave.
It's definitely microwave. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you even like his best stuff, you're gonna learn it. They still classic, but I gotta like turn it off for a while, like years, and then come back to it. Like, oh man, and it's my laugh is fueled by nostalgia,
right?
Rather than Katt Williams, bro, Pimp Chronicles too.
Yeah,
Cat Apocalypse, bro. all that, bro. That stuff is still funny.
Yeah, same laugh though.
Because it's classics, bro. It's
Right.
classic laugh. Like,
Yeah.
this shit right here, man. We still
Yeah, this shit right here.
Nah, it's just different quality, man. And one got more famous than the other. So that's hey.
Chris Rock, where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies, but Jussie Smollett gonna keep lying until you say we don't believe you. Like, it's important in the checks and balances of the universe that liars not get to make complete narratives for themselves.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the number one job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job. Why do you think Gary Owen can't cross over and he already white and been in comedy for 25 years? If what I say ain't the case.
You saw his response?
It's a cabal.
You said what?
You saw his response?
Saw Idris points?
No, did you saw his response?
No.
Gary Owen, he basically he wasn't even mad. He was like, yeah. I mean, dude, white. You hear that? Because Gary, you know what Gary Owen is,
Yeah,
right?
the white comedian.
The white comment, yeah, that be mostly,
Yeah.
But he can't never cross over to the white audiences, and he already white, which is crazy.
But doesn't that have to do with culture? You feel like?
No, he's white. That's your community,
right? That is right.
Who in your community don't think you funny, or how?
I mean, are there any like really funny white comedians though?
I mean, to them, yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty biased in my comedians. Yeah, I'm very biased. I don't really think anybody. If you are, like, you got to be like really funny, but like,
That's
who
what
I
I'm saying.
think
Is it culture,
the best
though?
comedian of all time was Bernie Mac, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a consortium. They rock with who they rock with, and they don't with who they don't. But I'm not scared of being the competition any more than you were when you lined up across from a superior team. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources, and we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.
Wow.
Because Shannon Sharp got to be a different person than that other person.
Absolutely.
And he always was. That doesn't change when I change teams. That remains the same. That's how a legacy is built. So all of these shortcut takers, they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my penis in front of all my people at my agency. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, nah.
He did all of that. I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the script. I get there, there's 3 other black guys on there. Woo. Huh.
So you wonder what they did to get there.
I told him no. What y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian that's bitter and jealous. But in my face, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the shortcuts. I've not been funded. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They tell you that themselves. I can't do that because Steve told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he has 7 TV shows. The only problem is when he stopped stand-up, he didn't have those 7 TV shows. He stopped stand-up because he got in a comedy battle called the Championship of Stand-Up stand-up comedy with one Katt Williams in Detroit in front of 10,000 people and lost because Katt Williams said he was actually bald and that was a wig. And I went in, and that's why he couldn't do stand-up anymore. Imagine.
Wait. So they, the Steve Harvey with the hair, the little fro, the little hot top.
Yes, they said that's a wig. That was a wig.
Yeah.
That's why he had that Jalen Rose lineup. But that was a two right angles, like
90 degrees.
I think equilibrium or something. I don't know. It was the perfect math problem. But he ain't lying. I do, but like you got to, in theory, bro. We got some powerful people in this world, and they do have enough money to like buy, and censor news networks. So there ain't nothing because if you ain't gonna if they image ain't tarnished, you're gonna buy their product no matter what. And I do think people do sell their soul, as long as they got the money at hand, they ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah.
And I mean, if anything costs your morals, it ain't never good.
It ain't gonna end up good. It might be in the moment, but
yeah, in the moment, you may get some bills paid, some trips paid for, bro. But like selling your soul, that's nah. Cause you knowing a lie is just it's just it's just as guilty of like lying in general. You know what I'm saying? If you lie, you steal. If you steal, you kill.
Yeah.
So where do you draw the line?
Right. Lying is stealing though. Or at least about this case of these. Not about stealing these jokes. But yeah, that's Katt Williams going off on all these comedians. It's your boy MDR Mike. Got loose takes. We out.
Yeah.
Peace.